The results-driven Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce invites you to connect your business with 1,000 other companies just like yours, including education and workforce development, healthcare, professional services, manufacturing, retail, nonprofit, trades and vocations, hospitality, among many others, and benefit with chamber programs and services such as government affairs, energy and economic development, small business assistance, networking opportunities, women in business programs, young people in business programs, and more. We invite your business to become a starring member of the Merrimack Valley Chamber today and see what a difference this chamber will make for you. Join your community's most trusted, effective, and relevant business network connection today. The Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce.
Hello everyone, my name is Mike Bevilacqua. I'm the Vice President of the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to welcome you all to another edition of the Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business program. I'm here with two guests here today, my friends from River Street Solar, and I want to ask you both to introduce yourselves, and then we'll talk a little bit about River Street Solar.
Sure. My name is Bob Grant. I'm the manager of River Street Solar.
And I'm Albert. I'm a business development associate with River Street Solar. Yeah.
Perfect. So I know we've all heard solar in the past. Maybe not everyone's as familiar with it, but tell everyone at home a little bit about River Street Solar, and I want to also ask you, how can you assist them in their businesses?
Sure. River Street Solar is basically a community solar project that is being organized under the guidelines of the Massachusetts Smart Renewable Energy Initiative, which is in and of itself managed by the Massachusetts Department of Energy Resources.
Okay.
Basically, in a nutshell, it is what has been classically defined as a virtual net meter type of a situation where a renewable energy plant is built in one location, and because of the way the program is orchestrated, anyone who is a customer of the interconnecting utility that is servicing that array, that renewable energy generation plant, can participate and can be allocated credits that are being generated by that array, renewable energy credits, and that individual or small business can utilize those credits to offset their particular usage charges from that utility. So in effect, what we're doing is we're building a renewable energy facility, we're generating renewable energy. As a byproduct of that, we're generating renewable energy credits, billing credits. They're called alternative on-bill credits. And what we do is we then subscribe a pool of meters. These are, when I say meter, they're individual businesses, let's say, and they subscribe to our program. And we tell National Grid, which is our interconnecting utility, that every month we want, let's say, 2% of the credits that we generate allocated to this particular meter number, which is owned by the hair salon on Essex Street in Lawrence, for example. And that hair salon, that next month, will get their bill from National Grid, the same bill that they've always been getting. The bill will say, last month you had usage of $100, but because you're a participant in the River Street Renewable Energy Project, you also were allocated a billing credit of $100.
Sure. So
and at the end of the day, those two net, and your net cost for your energy that month to National Grid is zero. Mm-hmm. Now, what we do then is we give our participants a 10% discount, meaning what we then do is we send an invoice to that same business owner and say, okay, you got $100 in credits, you saw those on your National Grid bill, you got use of the full $100 in credit. What we provide to you is a 10% discount, so we invoice them for $90. Mm-hmm. So in effect, the business owner saves 10% off of their monthly utility bill.
Sure.
There's no financial obligation on the front end to participate in one of our programs. There's no upfront cost. There's no subscription fee on the front end. There's no capital requirement. It's basically you join our meter pool. And by the way, it's highly regulated by the state. You fill out a disclosure form. We file those forms with the Department of Energy Resources. So it's all basically...
Yeah, this isn't something like off the street.
No, this is not.
These are all heavily regulated by the state. It's
that
something you can trust. It's something you have to be worried about when you sign your name to that. So I think that's a great first step to talk about. And also, you mentioned how like the hair salon can save money, or any business in general can save money through this program. How do they get involved with it though? How did they get started?
It's actually quite simple. So we just send you a few forms. One of them is a consumer disclosure form that's part of DOER regulations. We also have a subscriber agreement that simply says that you'll be subscribed to us with a lease term of 3 years. There's also an option to cancel, but there's really no reason why you would cancel, because you're just saving money. And there are no fees aside from paying for those bill credits at a 10% discount. So essentially what happens is that you're getting the financial benefits of solar without having to put panels on your roof, without having to make a big investment, and you're also essentially claiming your share of state incentives. So the Commonwealth of Massachusetts wants to promote renewable energy and spends money to do so, and you can benefit from that.
And Albert, I want to make sure the people at home understand. You're saying they're paying you instead of National Grid, but it's going to be less amount.
Yes.
Every time.
Every
There's
time.
no chance of it, and I think that's an important thing to bring out. It's never going to be where your National Grid's going to be 100 and your bill from you is going to be 200. It's always going to be less money than you're paying National Grid.
Yes.
So there's no reason not to join.
Right. Well, basically what happens is again, using the salon as an example,
Sure.
the salon gets their monthly bill from National Grid, just the same way they've been getting it every month. And on that bill, under one specific section, it will say, credit allocation. And so it'll show up on their National Grid bill that they got, let's say, the $100 in billing credits that were assigned. They see that National Grid has posted the credit. They see that National Grid has used that credit to offset their usage. And they see that all they owe to National Grid is the net number between those two, the usage and the credits. We send a separate bill that says National Grid has informed us that they posted $100 in credits to your bill. Per our agreement, we afford you a 10% discount. You owe us $90. So before anybody would even pay any bill, the way to reconcile is simply to take those two invoices and make sure that they match. This one says I got $100 in bill credits. This one says I'm being invoiced for $100 in bill credits. And that's the way it all ties out.
And how do you pick who gets those bill credits of the month? Is this a revolving cycle, or how does that work?
So what we do is the state program has some pretty strict regulations. They say that up to 50% of the billing credits that we can generate can be allocated to 1, 2, or 3 large users, big meters. So like a major industrial company, for example, that's a high power consumer. So what we typically do is we have that group, whether it be 1 meter, 2 meters, or 3 meters, and then the other 50% is allocated to individual meters, like the hair salon, but there's a cap on how much we can allocate to each individual meter.
Yeah.
And that number is typically between 0.75%, might range up to 1.5%, meaning percentage of our billing credits that month.
And for our new array, that's approximately $8,000 a year in billing liability.
Billing credits?
Yes.
Yeah. So what we do is once we've subscribed our portfolio of, let's say in this new project, we need 30 users, 30 meters, 30 hair salons, again, using the example. Once we get that list, once we've filed all that documentation with the DOER, we then send National Grid a list of those customers, name, address, the utility account number, the meter number, and then that percentage allocation. Let's say it's, to make the math simple, 1% per month. So what happens is every month National Grid reads our generation meter, meaning the meter that's down at the array. National Grid says, okay, this month you generated $100 in credits. And then they look at that original schedule, and if it says, okay, we've got 100 meters and each one gets 1%, then they just do that math, and that's how it gets posted. We don't get to vary that every month. Yeah. What varies every month is the level of the credits that are generated, because as you can imagine, solar is cyclical with the seasons.
Yeah, winter, when there's snow on the
solar it's cyclical during the day.
Yeah, but the really good thing about this program is that you can carry over your credits from month to month, right? So in August, our solar array is producing a lot, and your allocation is going to be a lot. But say you have too many bill credits compared to how much you're actually paying to National Grid originally, or
in that
essentially,
month,
you don't have enough. You don't have enough billing liability to be for in comparison to your bill credits, right? You can carry over those excess bill credits, and they never expire. So you can carry them from August all the way to December and have it offset your billing liability in December.
Oh, that's great. So I know we've been talking about hair salon, but this is any business. Is there
Any business.
Is there anyone
Yes.
that can't take advantage of it? As long as you own the business, then you can take advantage.
Well, you have to be in National Grid service territory.
in a National Grid service territory.
Yes.
Great
You
point.
have
but-
to be a National Grid customer.
You have to be able to get a National Grid bill. If you do, then you can probably take advantage of it.
You can subscribe for it.
So I mean, in a world unfortunately where all the costs are rising up,
Yeah.
this is a way to save you some money, save your business some money. So how do people get involved with this? Can they contact you? If
Yes.
there is, what's the best number? What's the website? What's any information?
So
that you give?
I know that community solar is pretty complicated. So one way to kind of wrap your head around it a little bit is by visiting our website, which is riverstreetsolar.com, street spelled out. Again, that's riverstreetsolar.com, street spelled out. There you'll find some contact information and also some explainer infographics. Please don't hesitate to contact us. We have all our contact information on the website, a phone number, and email. So yeah, we know that can be kind of hard to understand, but it really does save your business money, and there's no hidden fees, no gimmicks, no sign-up costs,
Yeah.
no rooftop panels, no hassle.
It's not with the guy walking down the street saying, "I'll save you money." This is through the state.
Yes.
These are state programs. You know, you're safe working with these gentlemen right
Yes.
here. So I want to say thank you both for being part of the show today. We have a couple minutes left. Anything you want to mention that we haven't mentioned yet at all?
Well, the only thing I would say is the project that we're about to break ground on, we are, because of it, and it's all driven by the size of the array.
Yeah.
You know, sort of the size of the array drives how much you can allocate to any individual meter, which kind of drives how many meters you are looking to subscribe. In this particular case, we're looking for about 30.
Okay.
I guess the only point I would like to make is it's an expiring resource, meaning on this particular project, it's first come, first serve. We will subscribe the first 30 meters that we identify who want to participate. So we're expecting, we've already broken ground on the development. Based on the timeline and getting online, we'll probably be online in the first quarter. So we would be generating bill credits probably plus or minus, April 1.
Perfect.
That's the lead time. But yeah, as Albert mentioned, feel free to reach out via any vehicle questions. It is a little bit of a complicated process, but it is, as you said, it's regulated by the state, and it's regulated really through National Grid as well. When I say regulated, they're the ones that are doing the reconciliations every month. So there's no intervening party that's getting between you, the customer, and your utility, which I think is, that's the difference between some of the things we've seen in the state.
You want to trust with what you're working with, and I think this is definitely a great opportunity to do that. So.
And for a little bit more context, right? So we have been in the solar industry for 10 years. We've been doing community solar since 2019 with our original array, which is called Halifax Solar. And there are 100 locations and 70 individual businesses, so sometimes businesses have several locations, that are currently subscribed to that array. And almost every one of them has saved at least $1,000 since then with us, and that's with no sign-up fees or anything like that. And our biggest anchor client or anchor subscriber has actually saved more than $100,000 in electric bills, all for nothing.
In 2 years, in less than 2 years, yeah.
Well, guys, I want to say thank you again for being part of the show. Thank you for being part of the chamber as well. I mean, it really is a great opportunity which businesses can save money on their bills, working with National Grid, working with River Street Solar as well. So, guys, I want to say thank you again for being part of the show. Just repeat your website and your phone number.
It's riverstreetsolar.com, street spelled out.
riverstreetsolar.com.
And phone number 978-352-4920 is the office number. I'm extension 2.
Yeah, you can find my name in the name directory as well.
Perfect.
So feel free to, again, reach out and be happy to answer any questions anyone has.
Well, thank you guys for being part of the show today. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you all again for watching another edition of the Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business program. You can find us on merrimackvalleychamber.com, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and give us a call 978-686-0900. Thank you again. We look forward to seeing you next time, and have a great day.